Hi everyone, to us to find this is the best city center voted in Sweden. So he has been hiding this heaven from everyone, but now he brought us here so you guys can all see it. I want to thank you, Bertola, for bringing me to this stugan, which means house.
House, yeah, you can
Or
say.
home.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, so this is the King of Sweden. ऑस्कर 2 दफा पाकिस्तान आने के बावजूद टूरिज्म के लिए पाकिस्तान नहीं आना चाहता। Lots of love. Enjoy. मैं स्वीडन में हूँ और स्टॉकहोम में हूँ और एयरपोर्ट से निकला हूँ और अक्सर लोग जो है ना उनसे पूछते हैं कि दरख्त आप करते हैं, इसका क्या मतलब होता है। तो ये दोनों साइडों पे मेरे दरख्त लगे हुए हैं, इसका ये मतलब होता है दरख्त जब मैं करता हूँ। ये देख कर जो है आंखों को ठंडक मिलती है कि दरख्त लगा हुआ है। चारों तरफ अपने नज़र दौड़ाएं तो हम देखेंगे कि हमारे चारों तरफ बहुत जगह खाली है और उसके ऊपर हम दरख्त लगा सकते हैं। और उससे जो है आप ये देख सकते हैं कि बाहर कितना साफ़ है मौसम, यानी कोई गंद गुबार सांस लेने में अच्छा लगता है कि वॉक पे जाओ, चलो कूदो, अच्छा मौसम महसूस होता है। ये स्टॉकहोम है, एक बड़ा शहर है, कैपिटल है इनके शहर का, इनके मुल्क का। Hi everyone, I'm with the Oscar Awards today, and Oscar Awards, he is Swedish, but he lives in Dubai. So I'm going to ask him the faces which reminds him of Pakistan. Yes, Oscar, go. Number 1.
Rehan. No.
Number 2.
Malala.
Number 3.
Imran Khan.
Number 4.
I mean, now we talked about this. So, what was the soldier that was Musharraf?
Musharraf. Okay. Number 5.
And then now I forgot the names. The lady.
Benazir Bhutto.
Bhutto. Yeah.
Number 6.
That's it.
That's it. No other face.
I mean, I of course my Pakistani friends that I have.
Yeah.
But that like Salman, which is a good Pakistani friend of mine, and also.
But no public faces.
No.
Okay.
I cannot think.
When you hear the name Pakistan, what comes to your mind?
Now I've been to Pakistan, so for me it's a little bit different. So I think of mountains because I want to go and see the mountains. Number 2, I think of my times when I went to Pakistan. I went to Islamabad and Karachi.
Number 4. Number 3.
Number 3 was when I was walking in Old Town in Stockholm with a friend from Sharjah, and she started speaking Urdu with all the store owners, and it turns out that the store owners are Pakistani, and I had no idea that we had Pakistanis that was managing stores in central Stockholm. That's
Number 4.
Number 4. All the hard-working Pakistanis that I see in Dubai.
Number 5.
Especially the drivers that I many times I take a taxi, I take a Uber or a Kareem, and I speak with the Pakistani drivers.
Number 5.
I think of maybe the misconception of like in the West, many times you think about Pakistan, you think about the bad stuff, the terrorism, the bombs, the not safe and I think that's how wrong that is, because it's not really like that, but that's the perception of everyone. And
See, for most people, perception is reality. That's why I'm asking your perception.
Yeah. So that was the next thing that came in mind, you know. And like,
Will you hold this for me?
Yeah.
So, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. आपने ऑस्कर की बात सुनी. पाकिस्तानी जितना भी पाकिस्तान को अच्छा समझने इससे कुछ नहीं होता. पाकिस्तान से बाहर जो कुछ लोग समझते हैं उसको परसेप्शन कहते हैं. उनको उनके दिमाग में ये आता है. मिसाल के तौर पे हम चाइना का वो लफ्ज़ सुनते हैं या इराक का लफ्ज़ सुनते हैं तो हमारे दिमाग में सर्टेन तस्वीरें आती हैं. दिमाग जो है वो तस्वीरों में सोचता है. तो अगर आप ये समझते हैं कि पाकिस्तान का नाम लेते ही इमरान खान का नाम लोगों में तस्वर में आता है तो ये सही नहीं है. अगर आप ये समझते हैं कि ईदी साहब का नाम आता है तो ये सही नहीं है. अगर आप ये समझते हैं कि हमारे नोबेल लॉरिएट का नाम आता है तो ये सही नहीं है. नाम उसका आता है जो फेमस होता है दुनिया में, सिर्फ और सिर्फ उसी का आता है. अच्छा और बुरे से इसका कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है. पेप्सी कोला, कोका कोला, स्प्राइट ये आपके लिए जहर है. चीनी आपके लिए जहर है. लेकिन आप जब भी कहीं बाहर जाते हैं तो सबसे पहले कोक और पेप्सी मिलाते हैं. उसके अंदर जहर है, आपकी सेहत बर्बाद कर रही है. लेकिन क्योंकि आपका दिमाग उस वक्त जहर को नहीं सोच रहा, उसकी अच्छाई को सोच रहा है, तो वो उसको अच्छा समझ के हम कंज्यूम करते हैं. हमें अगर पाकिस्तान के बाहर पाकिस्तान का इमेज अच्छा करना है, पाकिस्तान की चीज़ें बेचनी है, पाकिस्तान की ब्रांडिंग करनी है, पाकिस्तान में टूरिज्म लाना है. ऑस्कर 2 दफ़ा पाकिस्तान आने के बावजूद टूरिज्म के लिए पाकिस्तान नहीं आना चाहता. तो आपको ठीक करना होगा. कैसे ठीक होगा कि सबसे पहले आपको अपने दोस्तों को बताना होगा, आपको उसके लिए मार्केटिंग करनी होगी. हमने ईदी साहब पे कोई फिल्म नहीं बनाई, हमने बेनजीर भुट्टो पे कोई फिल्म नहीं बनाई. फिल्म बेहतरीन मार्केटिंग का टूल है. अपना ख्याल कीजिएगा. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
Hello everyone, this is a church in Gävle in Sweden, and we are with a Swedish band here, and this church is now a coffee shop. It's a beautiful church. It's right next door to the central station, and Oscar is a Swedish man who told me today that Sweden is now one of the most secular country or non-religious country in the world. And I would say not secular is not the right word, but atheist country, non-believers, right?
Yeah.
So you were saying, why is this church now a coffee shop?
Yeah, so I think religion is not as important in Sweden as it used to be, and a lot of the churches have trouble getting enough people on their Sunday service. So they have a lot of real estate all over Sweden, and sometimes they have to sell them, and they build other businesses, you know. So religion is not as important in Sweden as it used to be. That's how it is nowadays, basically.
And you told me that you have been to some other churches which were converted into...
Yeah, there's one church in Stockholm that is converted into a entrepreneurial hub, actually, like a office space where people sit and work. And I've been seeing churches where, like this, coffee shops, and even there was one, I think there was a nightclub. And so,
a nightclub?
Yeah, so they, I mean, they sell off the real estate, you know, in some places.
Wow. So religion is dying in Sweden, or is it dead already?
And you're saying atheistic. There's maybe many people in Sweden, they classify themselves as spiritual, but maybe not religious. So they believe in something, but maybe not. Yeah, they believe. They study many different religions, maybe, and look at the commonalities and these kind of things. So many people would say that they're spiritual.
Is it good for Sweden or bad?
I think it's both. It's acceptance of people from all over the world is, I think, okay here. It's good. You know, it doesn't matter what you believe. You know, as long as you're a good person and doing your job, it doesn't matter if you're a Christian, Muslim, or you know. But maybe the bad thing is the community. Like in the smaller towns, normally on Sundays, everyone would come to church and there would be a community feel. And that maybe has gone down, I guess. I've been living in Dubai for 12 years,
And in Dubai, so it's a little bit different coming from Dubai, coming back to Sweden, and you see the difference in Dubai, where religion is a big part of everyday life for most people. So yeah, it's interesting, and it's not only Sweden, it's I think most of North Europe. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Osama, not Bin Laden, Osama Attar, and we're walking on the streets of, where is this place?
It's called Gävle.
Gävle.
Sweden.
And we're in Sweden, and Osama is a Syrian who speaks fluent Arabic, fluent English, fluent Swedish, and God knows how many other languages.
And French.
And French, and he is an NLP coach, and he has worked with different embassies, and he has worked in human resources, and he can help design HR policies, he can guide people how to get a job, he can guide people how to hire people. So we were just talking, and he said that, you know, he's in most people in Sweden who are Syrians are struggling with work, right? So I was suggesting that he can go to Upwork.com, Freelancer.com, PeoplePerHour.com, and register there and try to hire the services which he knows. And when you go and try to hire, you will find out the rates of that service. So for example, you can say, okay, I want to hire someone, but I don't know how to interview someone. So how much would it cost me to find someone who can interview someone for my company? That's a job, right? HR guy. So he can go on these websites and see how much do other people charge. Maybe they charge $10, $20, $100, $1,000. I'm sure all these prices are correct based on the person's qualification who is looking for this job. Then he knows what he's worth online, and then he can also go and re-find himself online, because on the online world, a person sitting in Syria, a person sitting in India, a person sitting in Pakistan, they're all competing with each other, right? Because it's the internet. Nobody cares where you are anymore. But some people do care. So for example, you know Gävle more than I do. So you're more valuable that because you know Gävle, you've been to Paris, you know French, you have worked in certain embassies, you have certain small subtle skills which normal people don't have. So if you find your element, as Ken Robinson say, or the difference which makes you Osama Attar, not Rehan, that will give you more value. And that's all you have to do. And then slowly you can find a job online. Another thing you can do while you don't have a job is to teach people what you already know. Whatever you give comes back to you. So if you give money, sadaqah or zakat, it comes back to you because God has promised us that He will give us even more back.
Sure.
Similarly, when you give out knowledge, just like you said, you like to help people. We weren't supposed to meet, but we met each other. Maybe I was supposed to meet you and give you this information,
Obviously.
right? So, if you went out on YouTube and start teaching everything you know, till you don't have a job, you can teach it in Arabic, you can teach it in Swedish, you can teach it for thousands of people who are Syrians, because you're Syrian Arab, you're not Egyptian Arab, so you know more Syrian context. So you can teach them how to find a job, how do you settle yourself in Sweden or France or wherever they are. And by making these 2 to 5 minute videos on YouTube, you will automatically become one, good in eyes of God, number one. Karma, the universe always rewards you. It's like a brownie point when you give something. And second, you like to help people, you're actually helping people. And you're not talking to one-on-one, you're talking to one-to-many. So thousands of people can watch it and take advantage of it. Third, if your videos actually go viral, so you make 100 videos in, say, 3 months. One of them makes 100,000 views. So 100,000 views means around $100 to $500 income from YouTube to you. Because YouTube pays you for showing ads on your video, and they're contextual ads, so YouTube will pay you for those views. And on top of that, as I said, the best thing would be that you will feel happy and content with this information by giving away, because you will actually earn universal karmic bounty points, which means that your job, just like I came up to you, will come up to you like on a platter. Same thing goes for money. When people don't have enough, they just start becoming stingy. They don't give. So if you have €100, you must give €5 or €100 in sadaqah, because God gives you more.
Right.
There is a story, I don't know if you've heard of this. There was a very poor man, and back in the day, you could talk to the angels, they say, I don't know, I wasn't there. So this very poor man asked the angel, how much money, all my life I had never had money and food. So can you do me, so he asked, how much money do I have left? How much money do you have to, will you give me now? So he said, well, you only have 10 days worth of left food in your destiny. So he said, well, can you do me a favor and can you give me all those 10 days of money all of a sudden, instantly? And I want to eat all of it together, because I've never had a meal, a stomach full meal in my life. So let's go here. So the angel listens to him and he gives 10 days worth of meal to him. And then the angel leaves, because he knows that he will die in 10 days, because he doesn't have any food anymore in his destiny.
Right.
Have you heard this story before?
I think I did.
So he comes back after a few months, and he was passing by, and he just checked on this guy, and it turns out that outside his house there's a lot of food being given away.
Right.
And he inquires what happened. He said, well, you gave me 10 days worth of food. I ate as much as I could, and then there was leftover, so I started giving it away, because if I didn't, it would start rotting up, so I better give it away to other people. There were no refrigerators, probably. So he gave it away, and all of a sudden, somehow, his risk became big, and he started getting more and more money, and there were thousands of people outside his house eating that food.
Okay.
So the moral of the story is that the more you give, the more you get. How? Who knows? I don't know how I came to this planet, how am I alive, why am I alive, all those things, I don't know. But it's there. So whoever invented this game of life has certain rules. So one of the rules is, the more you give, the more you get. And it's a weird rule, it doesn't make normal sense, which we are taught in school, economic sense as they say it, but it works really well.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
So here's Osama, guys. I don't know if you guys see him. He's an NLP coach. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit on the phone and say hi to them?
So hi everyone. I thank Rehan for this wonderful clip, and as he said, I'm a certified NLP coach and trainer. I have an experience in administration, human resources. I worked with many organizations, and currently I'm living in Sweden, in Gävle, the city in Sweden, and I'm looking forward to new possibilities, basically. Yeah,
YouTube's your game.
exactly.
So if somebody wants to add you in Facebook, is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is what it's for.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
आज मैं आपके साथ एक ऐसा चीज़ करूँगा जो आप इमेजिन भी नहीं कर सकते पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए। जानना चाहेंगे? ये है गिलास, ये है पानी और ये मैं पी रहा हूँ। और इसको पीने से आप बीमार नहीं होंगे। यह स्वीडन में और यूरोप में हर जगह आपको पानी नलके का मिलता है और फ्री होता है। और आपको ही चाहिए कि अपने इलाके के अंदर भी जो पानी है उसको भी इसी तरह का साफ़ करवाइए ताकि आप भी पी सकें। और जो पानी का माफिया हमारे तरफ चारों तरफ जमा हो गया है, नेस्ले या कॉफ़ी ना, इसको इससे जान छुड़ाइए। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। करोड़ों रुपए ज़ाया कर रहे हैं हम, देख लें आप क्या कर रहे हैं। मैं भी उन्हीं लोगों में शामिल था जो समझते हैं कि दरख्तों से इकॉनमी का क्या लेना देना है, या हमारे हालात कैसे अच्छे होंगे, स्कूल बनाओ, यूनिवर्सिटी बनाओ, उससे अच्छे होंगे हालात। उससे भी होंगे, लेकिन अगर आपका जो दिमाग है वो परफॉर्मेंस ही नहीं दे रहा है, कितना भी पढ़ लें, स्ट्रेस्ड है, तो वो बेचारा दिमाग रिलैक्स ही नहीं कर पा रहा है, तो आप कितनी भी पढ़ाई कर लें, लिखाई कर लें। आज मैं 2 PhD से मिला था जो कि बहुत टेंशन में थे, इंडिया से आए हुए थे और बहुत टेंस से बात नहीं कर सकते थे। तो कहाँ से आप बेहतर होंगे? एक चीज़ जो मैं महसूस करता हूँ जब भी मैं यहाँ स्वीडन आया हूँ कि लोग बहुत रिलैक्स्ड होते हैं, खुश होते हैं, उनकी एनर्जी फीलिंग उनके पास से फ़र्क आ रही होती है। जबकि नॉर्मली अपने मुल्क में जब लोगों से बात करो तो वो टेंशन में होते हैं, ज़्यादातर लोग परेशान होते हैं। तो ये बात मुझे किसी और ने समझाई थी इसी तरह आर्ट के बारे में। मैंने कभी आर्ट की तो कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, जब पैसे वैसे आएंगे तो आर्ट की वैल्यू भी थोड़ा ना, नहीं। जब आपके पास आर्ट होती है तो क्या होता है कि आप बेहतर सोच सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं, स्ट्रेस कम होता है, तो आपकी आमदनी भी बढ़ जाती है। तो ये एक डिफरेंट तरीका है सोचने का, आप भी सोच सकते हैं इस तरह से। ना इसके लिए करोड़ों रुपए चाहिए, ना इन दरख्तों के लिए आपको चाइना से और अमेरिका से एड चाहिए, ना आपको इमरान खान चाहिए। एक छोटा सा इतना सा बीज चाहिए जो कि आपके चारों तरफ भरे हुए हैं, चाहे वो नीम की शक्ल में हो, पीपल की शक्ल में हो, किसी और दरख्त की शक्ल में हो, सेब का दरख्त की शक्ल में हो, इमली के दरख्त की शक्ल में हो, अमरूद के दरख्त की शक्ल में हो। जो भी कुछ खाते हैं आप एक डब्बा बनाएं और उसमें सीड्स जमा कर दें और उनको उगा दें, स्वाद भी मिलेगा और दुनिया का भी फ़ायदा मिलेगा, आपकी आने वाली नस्लों को भी फ़ायदा मिलेगा और आपको भी फ़ायदा मिलेगा। और सिर्फ बातें करने से तो जन्नत नहीं मिलेगी, अमल से बनेगी, दुनिया भी बनेगी, जन्नत भी बनेगी और जहन्नम भी बनेगी। जो रोज़ 2 घंटे लोग टीवी देखते हैं, उनसे ख़ास तौर पे या 5 मिनट भी देखते हैं, तो बीज लगाएं, थैलियों में लगाएं, गमलों में लगाएं, किसी भी चीज़ में लगाएं और उसके बाद चाहे तो बेच दें, चाहे घर के बाहर लगा दें। आज धूप निकली हुई है यहाँ पे, हम इसको हम पोसने देते हैं धूप को, और 23 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड होगा और धूप निकली हुई, एयर कंडीशन विथ धूप, तो लोग बाहर आ गए, एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।